If your team got guaranteed money, tell them call me.
Whoop. Make me say, my. I done been around the world.
Yeah, I was made for this.
Player Performance with J.A. Cavalier.
Back again for the very first time, 2/2/21. That's right, today is only going to happen once. Let's make the most of it. Yesterday's a memory, but let me refresh yours. On this show, we released the Lakers-Hawks under the posted total. I said way under the posted total. Those two teams combined for 206 points, never threatened the 219, cashed it, followed that up with the Houston Rockets. All they did was win by 30. The NBA King is here. All aboard the money train is pulling out right into the NBA February 2nd. We're going to start with Portland at Washington. The Wizards are laying 2. The total is set at 240. So we have two of the highest scoring teams in the NBA playing tonight. Is there any doubt where bettors should be laying their money? Or is that a trick question? I mean, sometimes the obvious answer is the right answer. Very rare is that the case when it comes to sports gambling. Washington ranks 3rd in the NBA, scoring an average of 117 points per game. Portland is 6th at close to 115 per game. The over has hit in 5 of Portland's last 6 games. And if you followed Washington at all this season, you would know the over has cashed in 10 of their last 15 games. So it's kind of easy, right? I mean, two high-scoring teams, the NBA leading scorer in Bradley Beal against Damian Lillard, who is 3rd in that category. So you would figure bucket for bucket, track meet all night long. Well, wrong. The market has adjusted. Tuesday's total of 240 is inflated. The highest total Portland has seen in its last 10 games is 237.5. Washington has had one total over 240 in its last 10 games, and that was against Brooklyn, the number 1 scoring team in the league. So even if both of these teams play to their scoring averages, you hit 231. They don't reach 240 plus. The Wizards have struggled recently. Outside of Sunday's game against Brooklyn, Washington failed to score more than 106 points in 4 straight games. Portland continues to play without C.J. McCollum. Derrick Jones Jr. is questionable. They're shorthanded, playing on back-to-back games and their 3rd game in 4 nights. The Trailblazers also struggled last night against the Bucks, putting up 106 points. Really, for me, it comes down to this number, the 240. It's just too big of a number in this game. While both of these teams tend to trend towards the over, keep in mind that 3 of Washington's last 5 games have gone under the posted total. I'm playing the situation in this one. I'm playing the banged-up Blazers on their 3rd game in 4 nights. And a Washington team that's still struggling to find an identity. I'm going under the posted total, Blazers, Wizards, way under the 240.
I'm a trendsetter. You know I get paid. It's a way of life, not a trend.
Tuesday night, NBA trends that matter. Toronto at Orlando. Toronto is 5-0 against the spread in its last 5 games when playing Orlando. The total has gone under in 5 of Orlando's last 5 games when playing at home against Toronto. The total has gone under in 7 of Orlando's last 9 home games. Clippers at Brooklyn. Clippers 10-1 straight up in its last 11 games, while Brooklyn is 5-0 straight up in its last 5 games at home. And obviously, the straight-up numbers are all that matters. Brooklyn's at home laying 1.5 with such a short spread. Whoever wins this game is pretty much going to cover. The total has gone over in 6 of the Clippers' last 7 games when playing Brooklyn. Well, everybody goes over playing Brooklyn. And the total has gone over in 15 of Brooklyn's last 16 games. Memphis against Indiana. Memphis is 5-0 straight up in its last 5 games. Memphis is 5-0 against the spread in its last 5 games on the road. The total has gone over in 6 of Indiana's last 7 games when playing Memphis. Indiana is 5-1 straight up in its last 6 games when playing Memphis. I was actually surprised about this game. I do see that 60% of the public have already backed the Grizzlies, but I was really surprised at how high this line was set. I really think it's a little fat. Indiana is at home laying 6 against a really hot Grizzly team. I can only assume that that's because it's their 3rd game in 4 nights. However, you have to remember the Grizzlies had 10 days off prior to this road trip. Still, that number seems fat in a game that I definitely want to look a little bit more into. Here we go. Portland at Washington. Now, all of these numbers are going to trend over the posted total, but as I said, I'm backing the under in this game. I'm actually pretty big on the under. I feel that the number is overvalued. These two teams are overvalued. The total has gone over in 5 of Portland's last 6 games. The total has gone over in 4 of Washington's last 5 games at home. Portland is 4-1 straight up in its last 5 games when playing on the road against Washington. Boston at Golden State, and we're going to get to this game in a little while. The total has gone under in 5 of Boston's last 5 games when playing Golden State. The total has gone under in 5 of Golden State's last 5 games when playing Boston, obviously. And the total has gone under in 5 of Golden State's last 5 games when playing at home against Boston. Detroit at Utah. The total has gone under in 5 of Detroit's last 5 games when playing on the road against Utah. The total has gone over in 7 of Detroit's last games on the road. Those two kind of contradict. And the total has gone under in 5 of Utah's last 5 games when playing at home against Detroit. Utah is 5-0 against the spread in its last 5 home games.
Stone Cold Lock.
Get to ylose.com right now. That's the letter YLOSE.com. I'm dropping a 25-unit golden ticket tonight. 25-unit monster. Golden tickets are not just the biggest plays I have. They are the biggest plays in this space, period. $499 entire basketball season, college and NBA. You get the entire season, all max bets, all golden tickets. Get to ylose.com right now. There will be a link in the description below as well.
You know it's hot. Hot. It's hot. Too hot. Who about that life?
Courtside Karen got tossed last night from the State Farm Arena after LeBron went join with her. Lakers ended up winning the game. And, well, obviously they won the argument as well because she got bounced. Now, I've said this about LeBron, and in Super Bowl spirit, this also holds true for Tom Brady as well. I mean, these guys have as many haters as they do fans. And it's one or the other. You either love them or you hate them. There's no middle ground. And granted, I get it. Successful people are always going to have haters. I certainly have my fair share, but maybe no one has more than these two guys. Moving on tonight, Boston Celtics at the Warriors. Boston's laying 3. The total is now set at 226. The Celtics are heading west to take on the Warriors. I'm leaning on the total here. I mean, this is another spot where I'm actually playing this situation, and it has a lot to do with not just Smart's injury, but also James Wiseman. Smart is hands down the heart and soul of the Celtics defense. They have to be more aggressive with the rock when he's out. Wiseman for Golden State has been pretty legit defender early on. The rookie is racking up both boards and blocks. You know, though the trends would suggest under the posted total in this spot, I mean, the Celtics have played under all season. However, that was due to the loss early of Kemba Walker, and they followed that up with the loss of Jason Tatum. Well, both are back now. And agreed they're going to be shorthanded tonight again without Smart. However, that affects them more on the defensive side of the ball than it does offensively. Well, anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I am taking over the posted total tonight in the Celtics-Warriors game. Don't forget, the Celtics are scoring at a great clip. They're averaging 114 points over their last 5 games. And in that stretch, we've seen a 140-point performance. Also, smart money is now coming in, and it tends to agree with me on the total as it's jumped from 224 to 226 just overnight. I'm expecting a shootout in this one. I will gladly take over the posted total of 226 Celtics Warriors. Well, that's our show. I will see you back here tomorrow. I am J.A. Cavalier, the all-knowing, the all-seeing. Until tomorrow, guys, remember, bet with your head, not above it.
Day, week, month, and season packages available on ylose.com. That's the letter YLOSE.com.